Hello, good morning. Now, it's been a little while since I posted a video, and to be honest, quite a few things have happened. I could tell you about them, but it's not what you come here for, so I'm just gonna crack on with the photography. And it's not all bad news. Most of it is good news, but it's just been really busy at the moment. And yeah, I've been meaning to get back out. But I got a bit of new kit today. I've replaced my old Sigma lens, which was getting really annoying. I'm not sure if it's old technology with new technology. It just didn't seem to work very well with the D850, and that was the Sigma 70-200 2.8, no optical stabilization, just literally a standard lens. I've had it since I took up photography, and I've since replaced it with the latest Nikon 70-200 2.8 lens that's just come out, which is really light, a little bit plasticky feeling, but I like it more than what I had. So let's see how I get on with it, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get an image. There is one downside to today. I'm just gonna move the camera around so you guys can see. So if you can see here, that is obstructing the sun in the east. So I've got a nice pinky sky behind it, and I might get something opposite, but I don't think I'm going to get much of a sunrise. And do you know what? I've said it before and I say it again, I'm out and I'm about. It is a weekday, it's about 14 degrees. I'm only wearing like a t-shirt and a technical top, if you like. It's not really fleecy or anything, but just takes the edge off because it is starting to get a little bit colder in the mornings. Yeah, exciting. We're going to see some mist hopefully this month as the temperature drops over the night, and first thing in the morning it starts to warm up a little bit, and hopefully it'll create some nice mist. We've not had much rain. It is quite dry out here. I'm really surprised that the heather's still here. It's doing, well, it's starting to change, but I'd say that was still here, really. You can get some really good photographs with that. So I might be able to include that in some of my photos. Really nice foreground with a pinky sky. That could look really nice. So yeah, I'm just walking out here. I have made another video a few days ago, but I didn't create a lot of B-roll. When I watched it back, I just thought, oh God, it's just me talking. So I might include a little bit of that with this video because I haven't got the sunrise that I wanted. I might be able to show you some images and let you know the settings that I set. I actually went out looking for deer, and I took my Sigma 120-300mm F2.8 out, quite a heavy lens, but I was hand holding it, and yeah, where I thought there were deer, there weren't any. But what I have noticed is back at the start, which kind of proves my point, animals are stuck in a bit of a routine. So back at the start I saw a female deer with its young, and that was about 2-3 days ago. And I've come back this morning and it was in the exact same place with its young as I was walking up the slope to get here. So kind of proves the point. Animals are stuck in a routine as much as we are. It's a bit like the horses here. They sometimes go out with hay bales and stuff like that and feed the horses, but the horses always know where to go in the evening back to where they started and start their whole routine again in the day. So yeah, it's fascinating just sitting there observing animals' behaviour, and that's something I really love about wildlife. I'm debating whether to get another lens for that as well, but at the moment I'm quite happy with just upgrading the 70-200 for now for landscapes, and just seeing how I get on with it. I've had to replace my PC as well because it kept crashing during rendering of videos, so I've replaced that. Yeah, spent a bit of money, but I did the lens as a second-hand jobby using quite a well-known internet provider, and yeah, quite pleased. I knew exactly what I was getting when I read the description, so yeah, really looking forward to using that. Really snappy focus on it compared to what I had before. I had to manually focus with the old Sigma. Not sure what was going on there. I noticed it was struggling with a D850 that I had. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put that one up on eBay and just obviously let people know what's wrong with it. I get nowhere near what I paid for it, so not a very good investment, that lens. But I've had years and years of use out of it, so I should be really grateful for that. And yeah, just sad to see it go. I mean, it's been quite a nice little workhorse lens. I've used it in weddings earlier on. So yeah, let's crack on. I really like these little white chalky paths with the heather on either side. I think they make great leading lines. Yeah, really happy the heather's still here. I've not had a chance to get it. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Just came around the corner and just out of nowhere a male deer just hops up the side of a hill away from me, probably about 30 metres away, and it was just startled as much as I was, looking back at me, and just had a moment there. I managed to capture it on video, hopefully, so yeah, didn't have a lens ready. Typical. Oh well. So I quite like this location because, and I do come back here quite often, I quite like it for these clumps of trees that you see all along the side there, and I try to look at this marsh area down here where you see it's all green. I try to look at that like it's a lake, because it's like a hidden body of water soaked up in a sponge down there. If ever you try to walk across something just to take a shortcut, you will get stuck down there. And yeah, it's just heather sort of like outlining it, and then it goes off into this fern which is now changing. Most of it's just died because it's probably lack of water. As you can see down nearer to the marsh, it's a little bit greener still. So yeah, I really like this location. I could probably go down and explore it a bit more. I probably should go down and explore it a bit more. but that might be a Wellington day. I can see there's a couple of deer here. That one that was back on the hill, I can't see that anymore. Maybe it's gone back up onto the top. There's a load of cows over here. You can hear them mooing in the distance. Yeah, still no real sunrise, just a burst of light behind the clouds at the moment. Right, the sun's up quite high now. It's hitting the side of everything, giving it a bit more depth, making it more interesting. I mean, before it was so flat and dull, I actually almost felt like just walking home. But I've sat it out, and I'm quite happy I did. The sun has now come up probably about, actually, I could check this out. Sun's been up for about an hour, but it's still behind some hazy clouds, so it's given off a nice soft glow everywhere. Now I've got a small clump of trees on the horizon before, obviously, well, as my foreground interest, I'm using this clump of trees, and then behind that we got layer upon layer of forest. You got an ancient woodland going into a Caledonian pine, and then off into the distance another layer. So I'm going to see if I can capture that. There seems to be a nice glow around there. It is into the sun, and I am hand holding the 70 to 200. I've got the VR on, and sometimes you just got to do it because I've got a bit more freedom of movement when I do it. Now I am shooting into the sun, so it might give off a bit of a quite a large flare over the lens, and I'm hoping that it just adds to the scene a little bit. Something I am getting used to on this lens is the focus is flipped. So the focus is back here, the zoom is up at the front of the lens. So that takes some getting used to. Whether I like it, I think I like it because you've got a bit more support towards the end of the lens, and I don't really touch the focus. I let the camera deal with that. These lenses are pretty good and they're pretty sharp, so you should expect you know, when you paid a bit of money for it, the lens to actually do what it's supposed to do. Just going to bust out the 24 to 70. Got the tripod out again. I know it's not advisable to put a heavy, longer telephoto lens on. It's not on the collar, but I don't have the collar plate to put on the tripod, so just gonna make do with what I got. Right, I've got the tripod a little bit lower here, but I'm going to show you something because I feel like I should show you this, and it's just how you can control the scene a bit more. So I'll take this photo. It's a F11. I've got a shutter speed of, just going to move that back a bit, 160, and I've got an ISO of 64, and I'm focused on the back and in the foreground. I want to say it's about a third into the shot. And then I'm taking that shot. That was about 50mm, by the way. Take one a little bit wider as well, so I'm at 35 here. I'm just going to get that shot because it's always good to get something a little bit wider and you might be able to crop in a bit. Now I'm going to show you something. I'm going to switch it to live view here, and I'm going to hit record, and I just want to show you how much of a difference it can make just by moving up and down in the scene. It can get rid of big waste of space areas in the middle of your shot just by moving up and down. And I'll show you what I mean. I'm just going to flip over now. That's roughly where I had my tripod set, and I'm hand holding this now. But just by lowering myself, do you see how I'm closing up this little area in here, which I think is a bit of a waste of space? If you're not too keen on having that in there, I mean, by all means take both shots, because when you get them back into Lightroom, you might think, actually, that really works. I'm going to keep that. A really simple thing to do, and not a lot of effort in it. Right then, let's move on, see what else we can see. I might switch back to the zoom and walk back towards the car. As I said, the sun is up now. It's probably 2 hours since that sun's been up. I'm going to call it a day, and I hope you join me next week. And if you haven't yet liked and subscribed, please do, and don't forget to leave a comment if you want to or not. So until next time, bye bye.